And so let's turn the computer here. So yeah, I I had to really take a step back on on a few things. So um, um, I want to really things have gotten really like you know really insane recently. Um, this week was the beginning of the week on Monday. Sunday was the preparation, and then Monday night was the like the Sunday was the announcement. Monday was the prep, and then the actual broadcast of the TWWRN. And I was kind of hesitant a little bit because it's been 7 years. 7 years. Here, let's fix this here. Let's fix this. Um, it's been 7 years to the day. I mean, 7 years since then. But I've been learning for the past 5 years. For the past 5 years, and it was not easy. It was not easy. I mean, I can admit I can be stubborn. Very very stubborn, bullheaded. Us Gen Xers, we can be bullheaded and stubborn. But there are a few of us that are awake. We're awake. Not as in just walking up, as in woke up from it. No. We are awake from our surroundings, of what's going on, Woke is just a stupid ideology. It's bullshit, I was really hesitant on doing the right table because I was very hesitant. Really, for the first time in my life, I was very hesitant. Because it's been so long. It's been like 7 years. Because I was like, things started to really subside after a couple of years after the last one. The very last, round table. But I started to really think that it's probably the best thing is to because I mean we gotta get our bearings, and just absolutely to really understand that we're not all of us are going to be we're going to do our own individual thing. I was going to keep doing this and probably be still carrying the football again. Still, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I did it. I did. But I started to really feel like to put the ball down, and I did. I put the football down. I did. I feel like I need to, since I try to bring people in to kind of keep the run table going, but it's like it's been so long. I don't think anybody will want to do it. I don't think that even if I did it after a while. I think it's probably be the best that we all did our own thing, but after a while, there's stuff I learned within the last 3 years, and I learned more within the out of the 7 years that the 3 years out of the 3 years I learned, man. I never thought in my lifetime that I would be learning, to psychologically understand, that I just think that when you
everything's better.
to understand that, yeah, I never heard of gang stalking, or any of that kind of vernacular, all that all the meanings, So I learned, and it was mind blowing. Started with a movie that about this guy. He was getting gang stalked. He started to see things, that kept him awake. He kept him awake, and he was just one guy living in a loft and whatnot. So, okay. Hold on. He was living in a loft, and so living in a loft. I couldn't pause it. I couldn't stop it because I was like stuck watching this film, and it's like at the end of the movie, it's like he was being gang stalked. He was being, metaphorically trafficked. So, can find out the guy was being trafficked by he was being gang stalked by his sister, and he was getting paranoid, and he was just really paranoid, and because of his sister. So, the more I learned about street theater and different meanings, all this is like Illuminati shit. And Freemason Illuminati shit, So I talked about it on the roundtable Monday night, and there's a difference between a individual getting targeted, in his program compared to Donald Trump being targeted, politically targeted. There's a difference. Donald Trump's not getting hit with direct energy weapons. Donald Trump isn't seeing street theater. It's just a regular civilian, man. It could be a whistleblower. It could be a ordinary individual, like a lawyer and whatnot. And there are people that are waking up, and there are some people that are still in their own little bubble. And the thing is, what is next for the real awakened individual? The ones that are really awake, really awake. You see these fake truthers, fake truthers. Richie from Boston, I watched one of his videos, and he showed a video of a guy who claimed to be that he's gonna blow the lid off this shit, man. He's nothing more than a fucking clickbaiter, man. That's all it is. Just clickbaiting, People do shit for views. People do shit for views, subs, followers, and whatnot, So, you got these fake-ass influencers, right? Breaking news, Donald Trump just got exposed, breaking news, there's none, Look at Harry Sisson, right? Harry Sisson is a fake. He's a fake. He's a fake. He's a paid show. He's a show, David Hogg is a shill. He's a shill. He's a shill. And he had nothing to do with what he saw at what he saw on TV, the bullshit that was happening in Stoneman Douglas High School. He did not witness a fucking thing. Okay? He was at home. And this is a fact. He was at home. It was on the news. He got up off his mom's couch like a dumb shit, grabbed a camera, rode his bike to school. How he got past those deputies and shit is beyond anybody. Okay? David Hogg is just in it for the fame. Okay? He wasn't there. He did not witness it. That's the thing, But he's clickbaiting people for the last since then. Since then. So he's gaslighting and clickbaiting. He's a clickbaiter, That's all he is. He's a clickbaiter. And why he's doing this shit is beyond anybody. Now he's a vice chairman of the DNC. Right. This motherfucker, he's only in it for himself. In it for himself. And he was in it for himself. You know. But it's just that people will fall for anything. People would do some stupid shit. They could see a 5-minute video and do a video response claiming, I exposed you. No, I didn't, dude. You're clickbaiting, man. You know, you're clickbaiting, dude. You know, it's just really funny, but not in a ha-ha sense, right? That these little bastards, these little clickbaiters, right? You're all you're doing is stupid shit for views and likes and subs and followers and all that shit, you know. This is why the real awakened individuals, they see right through you. They see right through you, man, you know. And it is so damn funny because these are lazy motherfuckers that do it for views, subs, followers, and likes, you know. And they have no work ethic. That's the thing. You had this one little bastard crying. Working at Starbucks, he's crying because he has to work an 8 hours shift, right? He's crying, you know. This is the whiniest generation. This is the most fucking whiniest generation ever met. Okay. The most whiniest generation. You got these Gen Zers saying, Gen Z is the best. Gen Z is the most relevant generation ever. Actually, partially, you're not really relevant. Really? Because we don't want, because Gen X, we don't whine, we don't bitch, we don't complain. You know, we were raised on hose water and neglect, right? We were raised on hose water, neglect, and we took care of ourselves, you know. You know. If we're told, stay outside until the street light comes on, that's what we did, you know. You're going to stay outside until the street light turns on. So we did that, you know. We did that shit, you know. Things we did, it would make most of Gen Z and half of millennials go, no. It would have one half of Gen Z go, I mean, dude, we did shit. Gen X, we did shit that would make this generation fucking cry. And go, what the fuck? Did you see that? Did you see that? Yes, they saw that. You stop being a pussy. You know, I remember as a kid, I used to jump my bike, man. I used to jump my bike, man. You know, I used to jump my bike. This kid, you know, like, dude, I'm having fucking fun, man. We used to jump our bikes on homemade ramps, homemade wooden ramps, and we would jump to see how far we could get. You know, bikes you had Diamondback, right? Diamondback. Oh, that Diamondback was like Diamondback was like the Porsche of bikes, man. Of BMX bikes. You had Diamondback, you had GT, you know, all that shit, you know. Me, I had a fucking Huffy, dude. I didn't give a shit, man. Bike, man, you know. We did shit on our bikes that you little bastards wouldn't even understand, you know. We all thought bananas were pretty cool. Why? Because you could give another person a ride in the back, you know. And it was that time. It was a great time because the thing is, when you realize, you know, I'll be 50 next year. Okay, next year. Okay. I've learned so much in the last 5 years. Within 5 years. I mean a lot. A lot that even more than a lot I can handle, you know. It's just that you have to really understand, you know, it's not going to be that easy, man, you know, when you get older, you know. We're going to be like our parents, man, you know. We're going to be like our parents, you know. And yeah, you know, shit. I mean, in reality here, you got to think. You know, you look at the fires in Maui, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and SoCal. Okay, these were done intentionally. Okay, these fires were done intentionally. No bullshit. Now, I've watched. I've watched let me see here. Okay, now look out for Charlie. Okay, this is Zelensky and the Bolshevik Revolution 2.0. This is 30 minutes. Okay.
I really have no interest in politics, and a lot of people mix that up, and I try to explain this to people all the time when they, you know, either misjudge or mislabeling something that I'm talking about. I don't care about politics in general, you know, like left versus right politics, but I am paying attention to all this because this affects me, it affects you, and it affects our kids, and it's a serious thing to be paying attention to. I'm just going to tell you the facts about all this. Zelensky here, to the left, you don't know what he looks like, is a Bolshevik. He is a Bolshevik, and what they pulled 100 years ago in 1919 is exactly what they're pulling 100 years later, which is the now. And they have been pulling this since around COVID. It's important to understand that I do not belong to the right wing or the left wing. What you are hearing from me is just straight up what's going on. Zelensky is a Bolshevik. He is identical to Yagoda. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Yagoda was a Bolshevik. Zelensky is just operating under a different veil. That's it. But regardless of the veil, it's always the same playbook. Now, I can simplify this very easily. This is just like our culture and country here. So let's take the smallest possible example and make this very, very simple. Disney and the entities that run it didn't accidentally screw up when they destroyed the legacy of Star Wars or anything else that they've touched. They did it intentionally to destroy the culture and the past. And this has been a Bolshevik revolution from start to finish. Stupid people are out there saying things like, oh boy, they're going to lose a lot of money this time, when referring to some cultural movie or, some production. They don't care. The intent is to destroy the culture and the past. And the moment that these people get that through their fat heads, the better off we will be. Ukraine is no different. Zelensky is a modern-day Yagoda. The Bolsheviks stomp their boot on people. They destroy things. They destroy cultures. And ultimately, Bolsheviks get people killed, if not killing people themselves. Zelensky is a modern-day Yagoda. I want to show you something from the little brawl that took place between Trump and Zelensky. Zelensky became completely irritated at the idea of a ceasefire and peace. He doesn't want a ceasefire. Zelensky wants an indefinite war. But the big problem is Zelensky is out of bodies, and that's a fact. He's out of bodies. So when Zelensky says that he wants, quote-unquote, support from the U.S., he means that he wants the U.S. to sacrifice its blood and children for his cause. And the problem is, you never know what a Bolshevik's cause really is. Now, this is why this is important to me, and I'm paying attention to this, because my blood and the blood of people I care about and the blood of my neighbors should not be spilled because he doesn't want to have to pay back money. And by the way, the United States is the only country giving him money for free. He has to pay back every other European country.
I agree with that 100%. This guy has really lost his marbles, and really lost his marbles. And the thing is, whether you agree with Trump or not, or like the guy or not, whatever it is, it's time to end this war. You got to end the war. It's time to end. It's just that if Putin says he doesn't mind a ceasefire, doesn't mind, the thing is, it's about to end. I mean, enough people have died, man. The age of a soldier in Ukraine is like mid-40s, man. Mid-40s, okay? Mid-fucking 40s, dude, Mid-40s, man. And that's the average age, is 43, 44, And nobody wants to fight for this guy. Nobody wants to fight for this guy because, I mentioned Monday night during the roundtable that Zelensky is going to end up being taken out by one zone. Okay, not everybody wants to fight. No. Here's a guy who used to be a comedian, right? Comedian. Have we ever had a comedian run for president? No. Have we ever had a comedian run for president of our country? No. Because they wouldn't take him seriously. No. We had serious people run for office, you know. How serious were they? I don't know.
But he doesn't want to pay us back. He wants us to go die. And he doesn't want a ceasefire. He wants more bloodshed. Why? Because he is a Bolshevik, and this is what Bolsheviks do. Somebody might say, no, he doesn't want us to go fight for him. Well, yes, he does. Because there have been agents all over X, what used to be Twitter, and all over the internet, as well as Zelensky himself, saying that Americans can join the Ukraine's National Guard. He wants us to go over there and fight for him. He wants other people to do this. He wants to start World War III, because this is what Bolsheviks do. So let's watch him get irritated when people...
He wants to create Ukraine's version of the French Foreign Legion, you know. Yes, they're still around. The French Foreign Legion is still around. Even Americans have joined the French Foreign Legion, you know, in history. But I digress.
People aren't directly talking to him.
Whether they're in Russia or Ukraine, think of the parents of all these people being killed needlessly.
They came to our territory.
Okay, now there, Trump is talking about the soldiers. The soldiers follow orders. Trump is simply talking about, and I'm no, big Trump guy here. I'm just stating the facts. Trump, like any rational person, is talking about the soldiers that follow orders on both sides. And the death of these soldiers needs to stop. And he just doesn't care.
Should have never started.
I'm sure that the United States president will not stop support. This is crucial for us.
He's not talking about support, like I support, like all these idiots on X in the comment sections of videos saying I support Ukraine. He's talking about going over there and spilling blood, spilling our blood for him. That's what he's talking about.
Important for us, yes. And Putin, the president, speaks about the people and the soldiers which are dying, but they came to our territory.
Okay, the soldiers did not come to his territory. They were following orders. He does not want to stop fighting. You know, it surprises me how many idiots out there who don't have children, or who may have children and they're just morons, don't give a shit at a time when they are talking about bringing back the draft. No one from my family is going to go die for this fucking piece of shit right here.
No.
That's just a fact. It's not going to happen, bro. So, those of you who want to support Ukraine, then go sign up to fight for Ukraine. Do it. So that my kids don't have to go. Because what this guy has done is insane. I'll let this keep going.
Mr. President, I've got two questions for you.
Do you see how irritated he gets right there? Because he couldn't, soapbox as long as he wanted to.
Questions for you. You think ultimately your legacy... Mr. President, I've got two questions for you. You think ultimately your legacy...
And it happens over and over.
I would rather join the French Foreign Legion than fight for this dumb bastard,
He just plops himself down. He did this in front of the Pope. He's doing it in our Oval Office. He just plops his ass down, looking like he's been on a coke binge for an entire weekend. And he's just sitting there, high as a kite, fucking getting irritated with people.
Mr. President, thank you. You had Macron and Keir Starmer at the White House.
You see, it happens again. Watch him. He's so fucking out of his mind.
Keir Starmer at the White House.
He's an entitled piece of shit. And these guys out there who believe that he's some dude fighting for his country, it is total bullshit. You know, this guy has outlawed the Russian language, even though there are territories in the Ukraine that spoke solely Russian. He's forcing people to either speak Ukrainian or English. It's something that I find very, very curious, considering 12.5 million Ukrainians speak Russian. You know, if we did that here in the U.S., people would be crying about it, but the same people are supporting this Bolshevik. They went after the Ukrainian Orthodox Church that was attacked and basically restructured and dismantled. And that is what Bolsheviks do, ultimately banning them. This is also what
Bolsheviks, what they do is they will ban religion. They'll ban churches, you know. Like, they will ban anything, you know, and for their own selfish personal cause, you know. Zelensky here is the reincarnation of a Bolshevik, you know. I said this Monday night during the interval. He'll end up getting taken out by one of his own who's had enough, you know. But this is nothing more than pushing another, in their hope, another psyop kind of thing, you know. and another distraction from what's real, you know. And you can tell the guy's high as fuck, you know. Just, you know.
Bolsheviks do. Zelensky started destroying statues and monuments and memorial sites and other history from the landscape of Ukraine. Not just political figures, writers, musicians, anybody. He just wanted to destroy fucking history. And I'll show you that. Here is Zelensky, his regime, cutting down history, knocking shit down, musicians, writers, people from their history, and he's just taking it all down. And for those of you who said, hey, Zelensky's not asking that, actually he is. He's asking people to join their National Guard. So you can fuck off with all that. He started removing and renaming holidays, which is exactly what was going on in the United States at the same time.
Yeah.
This is what Bolsheviks do. He banned television channels from operating in Ukraine, then claimed that there was no threat to freedom of speech in Ukraine at the exact same time. This is what Bolsheviks do. But it always ends up with a pile of bodies. And that's also what he did. He intentionally led his people into taking on a more nationalistic mentality that could be used in a good way for him. So he used it to offer them up as cannon fodder. Instead of digging pits and shooting Ukrainians in the back, like the old Bolshevik way, this Bolshevik is simply sending them off to die. Coincidentally, while all this C-19 and the rest of these shenanigans were going on all over the world, to the point...
In Germany, they're raiding your place, right? If you see anything on social media or post them on the internet, they will knock down your door, drag you out. That's the Stasi, you know. That's the Stasi, man. Bullshit there. England, they're going. He goes, or anyone who posts some stupid shit on whatever it is, are going to have extradited to England and have him prosecuted. No. Free speech is free speech, man. You know, it is free speech, but
point now where we don't have an accurate number on the population anywhere in the world anymore. This is what Bolsheviks do. In the middle of the chaos, They will murder millions of people. He pretends to live in bunkers and be fighting for the people when he has millions and millions of dollars in property all over the world, just like any other fucking political clown, including Miami, Florida, beachfront property in Tel Aviv, Israel. We are talking like $8 million and $34 million properties, not some, house somewhere. He's got a $3 million apartment in London, a $3.8 million villa in Italy, and many more. This isn't some average guy sticking up for his country wearing a tracksuit like he's been really working at it, It isn't his country. He knows it. And the only ones that don't seem to get that are these guys literally crying about it. And this is what set me off. I want to show you this. I couldn't believe this was real. There was a guy literally crying about this. I thought this was fake. At first, I thought this guy was totally trolling, but now I don't think he's trolling at all. I think this is either a really good deep fake showing this hillbilly Fred Durst, or this guy is completely out of his mind. And I really do believe that this guy is out of his mind after watching this over and over.
Yeah.
So let's check this guy out, what he has to say here. He's crying. He's literally crying.
This man is fighting for his country.
No, he's not, dude. He's there to destroy the country. He's a Bolshevik, and you're a Yahoo, and you don't get what's going on.
The sovereign nation got invaded. His people were dying.
No, his people are dead. He is fresh out of bodies. And now he wants more bodies to offer up in this Bolshevik revolution so that they can go die. I bet this guy doesn't have any kids or any skin in the fight. If so, and you're crying about it, dude, then go join the Ukraine army. Go join and fight for them. They're inviting you to do it. So why don't these Ukraine supporters jump on board so that our kids don't have to go over there and fight in some ridiculous war that isn't on our soil? Fuck off.
This motherfucker talks about him wearing a suit.
I thought that was pretty funny. I don't care about it. I don't care about the right or the left. And I just thought it was pretty funny because he just does show up and plops himself down. He did that to the Pope. He does that everywhere he goes. He's a smug piece of shit that believes that everybody just owes him something.
I hate this fucking country.
If you're crying over Ukraine and you hate this country, go fight for Ukraine, bro, and be a hero. Be a hero. And I'm not being one of those love it or leave it guys, but this guy, this pussy, is literally crying over what happened to Zelensky in a meeting where he felt entitled to the $46.6 billion that we've given this Bolshevik revolution. We put more money into that fucking war than we put into Afghanistan. Our own war. This was totally unbelievable to me to watch. Let's let this guy keep going. Crying. Tears. Crying.
I've never in my life felt like I do right now.
Then go join the army, dude. The Ukraine army.
I don't give a fuck what he wears.
Zelensky is a piece of shit. Vladimir Zelensky is a piece of shit. Okay? And anybody who supports Ukraine and Zelensky, you're a moronic dick bastard, man. You are a moronic dick bastard. And this guy, he looks like he's high. He's cranked up. He's a lost cause, man. Because, again, he'll probably get taken out by one of his own, man. Because I tell you what, it's one point, it's not going to be not good for the guy. For one thing, let's see what's here. Zelensky, he's a Ukrainian Nazi. That's what he is. He's a Ukrainian Hitler. That's what he is. He's a Ukrainian Stalin. He's a Ukrainian Mussolini. A Ukrainian Mao Zedong. You know. He's a Ukrainian Pol Pot. Right? He's a Ukrainian Nikolai Ceausescu. Yeah, that's what he is. Yeah. It's yeah. He's a Ukrainian Ferdinand Marcos. So this guy's crying. If you love Zelensky, go fight for him, you cocksucker. Shit, dude, you know.
This man has been respectful to every leader in the world.
That's a total and complete lie.
That's bullshit.
He's plopped himself down in front of the Pope, which is totally against, like, protocol. He was totally not respectful at that meeting, and I don't even follow this shit, dude. I just dipped in to see what's going on because what happens when they drag us into...
I'm not for the right or for the left, or the far right or far left. I'm just one guy in the center here, you know, in the center. And I'm walking up both sides like, fuck it, man. I mean, it's insane. You know, it's insane. You know, it's yeah, it is bad. Alarm's on. He's pissed off because he's not getting his money. Because he wants the United States to take care of his country financially. Well, no, motherfucker. Take care of your own fucking country, man. So, shit.
World War III affects me and it affects you.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm paying attention to this. And the guy has not been respectful anywhere that he's gone.
Not at all.
Anywhere. This guy can't have kids. There is no way.
Everybody.
I'm too old for bullshit, man. I am too old for bullshit, you know. And I have the common sense to say this, you know. People are fucking dumb. People are actually fucking dumb believing in this shit, you know. We got world leaders that are completely fucking moronic dick bastards, man. Truly, you know. I'm gonna use my discernment, my brain, and just and laugh. Because this is fucking nuts. Okay, this is absolutely fucking nuts, man. And look, we got some dumbass motherfuckers in this world. Yeah. I enjoyed my 5 years of education of what I've been learning. I'd rather learn more about that than this bullshit because at least what I'm learning is more interesting than this bullshit, you know. And I'm here. I'm actually learning something. But this bullshit, oh, you know. At least where I'm getting my learning, my education, I know the person. She's dear to my heart. You know.
just want to fucking.
That's it. I'm turning this thing off, man. So, all right, guys, I'm Reverend Ordo, and this is the Anonymous Mando'Ade Network. And like, subscribe, share, comment below, hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, well, wise. And I mean, well, healthy, and wise. And I'll see you all guys in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.